Anton, welcome to the Leanpub launch video for Thirst for Reality, how to see the task, find strong solutions, and act without self-deception. Can you please talk a little bit about yourself and what your book is about and who it's for?
Thank you so much for the invitation, Len. It's a pleasure to meet you. If I briefly tell you about myself, I'm a programmer. I've been doing this for over 10 years in IT, and overall, I'm an engineer. And I can see, so to speak, the world around me. As an engineer, that's it. I mean, I like building systems in particular, architectures and so on. Basically, everything related to that. Yeah, basically, the book is based on TRIZ. It's the theory for solving invention problems. It was written by Altschuler many years ago. I found this approach very interesting. Of course, it's not some kind of alchemy, not some magic pill. It's just a compilation of certain patterns, certain principles before solving and calculating the best possible solution to a given problem. Yeah, I've known this for a long time. Specifically, the method. To really dive into studying this theory. I haven't been able to. But for one reason or another. Yeah, and now I've decided to go deeper, more seriously, into studying this theory. And I found this discovery for myself. That you can pass on this theory in a simpler way. Because it's complex, it's very hard to grasp when reading the original. And that's the idea behind Altschuler's book. And it seemed to me it would be good to, so to speak, narrow the abstract vision a bit of problems, so to speak, that I described and solved in this book. And, well, to reduce the abstractness a bit because, well, we learn better through practice, you know? So that's how I'd like to put it in a book. I mean, that describing certain processes. That is going through the whole theory and describing it with some examples. And so that it's as clear as possible for me too. First of all, primarily because it's very important to me, and over the course of my experience, rather, over the time I wrote the book, I understood what mistakes I made in the process of creating startups and solutions along my life path. And it seems to me that knowing this information about TRIZ, about these systems in general, knowing more about myself, probably, I'll put the psychology of KTP, then I probably would simply, well, save at least an enormous amount of time.
Okay, Anton, thank you very much for taking the time to do this launch video with us today. It's the first time using a translator like that, so I really appreciate you for being brave and being the first person to do that on these launch videos. I was really excited to learn about TRIZ. I had not heard of it before. I discovered your book, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's interested in problem solving from a very high level of the sort of understanding of the nature of problems. And look up TRIZ if you haven't heard of it before. And this book will be a great application of that idea. So thank you very much, Anton, for being on this Leanpub launch video with us today.
Thank you very much. I am very happy to meet you. And I wish you also good luck. Your startup is really awesome. And overall, I liked what you do, what you're working on. And overall, yes, I'm glad to meet you.